千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Welcome to Tao Talks with Derek Lin, where we take a deep dive into the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. As always, I want to extend my welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. I would like to invite you to center your thoughts and direct your attention to this moment in time, to the here and now, to be fully present and mindfully aware as we are ready ourselves for this sacred process in the Tao with one another. Life. Is it difficult? Is it easy? When is it difficult? When is it easy? Day 14 from the Tao of Joy, for instance, is talking about having a bad day. We've all been there. We see other people having a bad day and sometimes ourselves. And we know that sometimes when you're having a bad day, it's affecting you so much you can't pick yourself up. You need to get going, but you can't summon up enough energy. You may think, well, what's the point? Day 14 is meant to address that. It is using this very chapter we're discussing, this very line that we're discussing. Day 14 says, well, difficulty and ease is a matter of comparison. If something is difficult, it is only being compared to something that is easier. So how bad is your bad day in comparison to something worse? That comparison is the key. If you say you're having a bad day, it's being compared to a day that is not quite so bad. But then the question is this, look at it the other way. Have you had a day that's even worse? Chances are, for most of us, we can say yes. Although I'm having a bad day today, I had an even worse day some time ago. In comparison to that, the bad day today is actually not as bad. Then, as a Tao cultivator should, we zoom out our perspective to reflect upon the fact that right now, all over the world, there are pockets of human misery that are so incredibly severe and inconceivable. Because there's famine, drought, disease, warfare, and so on. Man-made and natural disasters. Compared to that kind of bad day, my bad day ain't so bad. And it gives me a reason to pick myself up and get going. So for the details, how bad is the bad day? I would advise you to take a look at that page, only one single page from the Tao of Joy. Other aspects of difficulty and ease, day 20 starts small. And that is because Lao Tzu talks about this. Lao Tzu says, if you've got something that's difficult, you can handle it through the stuff that is easy. With anything that is hard, you can always break it up into smaller subtasks. Some of them are going to be very easy to accomplish. As you get those out of the way, you gather up energy and confidence. You feel better and better about your prospects of completing something difficult. That is sound, practical advice from Lao Tzu, and I knew that I had to share it with everybody. That's day 20. And just one more, acceptance. Day 26 is about achieve a difficult feat today. And that's my challenge to you as well. Achieve a difficult feat today, right now, by accepting everything exactly as it is. Now, if you're hearing this for the first time, you may say, well, Derek, that's not difficult. That's easy. I'll accept everything right now. I know it doesn't sound like a difficult feat. I say that it is in that particular page only because there are so many people that you see every day who rail against the way things are. They complain because they want things to be different. And the complaints could be about all kinds of different things. Perhaps they regret having done one thing or another, or they feel resentment for something that was done to them. Either way, they're expending a lot of energy on the past. And I'm just pointing out, there's nothing we can do to change the past. In order to proceed full of energy in accordance with the Tao, we want to accept everything as it is, and then create, produce, work on improvements from that standpoint. So those are just three of the many examples from the Tao of Joy that touch on this concept of the difficult versus the easy. I use these concepts in my day-to-day daily living all the time. When I'm encountering a challenge from life experience, I know that there's a big part of it that is actually based in the mind. That is, I think of something as difficult, it's difficult. I challenge myself, can I see something, that same thing, the same task, as easy? How can I see it as easy? When I bring up that question, my mind has an answer. Oh, it can be easy if I do X, Y, Z. It can be easy if I take a different approach. Then that is what I apply in my life to live life like the sages with effortless ease. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.